Hey, it's John Eats Cheap. Who remembers the Cola Wars? Remember that? Pepsi versus Coke? Who's better? Pepsi even, I think, had the taste test where they wanted you to try both of them and you would pick the Pepsi. I rarely had Pepsi or Coke when I was a kid. We always had like Shasta or Elf Cola. Remember those? Of the big two, Pepsi and Coke, my favorite was always RC. I preferred RC over Pepsi and Coke. Now, when it comes to diet, which is all that Mrs. Cheap and I drink, that's all we drink for, 40 years. Not to date us or anything. But we've always done the diet sodas or the diet colas. Diet Coke came out, in the early 80s? Horrible. I mean, it's like water. It's fizzy water, no real, doesn't taste anything like Coca-Cola. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, same thing. It didn't taste anything like Pepsi. I always wondered how Diet Mountain Dew tasted like Mountain Dew. Diet 7-Up tasted like real 7-Up. Diet Root Beer tastes like real root beer. Why couldn't they do that with the colas? Well, then they came along, Coke Zero, and then Pepsi Max, and now it's called Pepsi Zero. To me, those taste more like the real thing. Being an RC lover, I always wanted an RC Zero. The closest thing, same company, did Diet Right, and Diet Right was not real good either. Wasn't my favorite either. Well, now I finally found it. RC Zero Sugar. So I'm going to try it for the first time. See if it tastes like real RC, because if it does, they got a fan in me. Right now, Mrs. Cheap is the Coke Zero drinker, and I prefer Pepsi Zero. That's just our choice. But now, RC Zero, I hope it's better than Diet Right was. It's better than Diet Right. You know, I haven't had an RC. I haven't had an RC in so many years. I don't know if I can. It is fizzy. I mean, it's not a bad fizzy, but boy, it kind of turns to foam in your mouth. Royal Crown Cola, RC Zero. I can't say it impresses me as much as I think I would stick with Coke Zero and Pepsi Zero, which this is kind of hard to find. It's not, we prefer like the 16.9 ounce bottles. This doesn't come in that. If it did, maybe I would try it there. I'm not used to drinking soda out of a can either. I either pour it in a glass or get it out of the bottle. It really turns to foam in your mouth. I wonder how it does that. It just like foams up. Yeah, well, I'll finish it, and I have a whole 12-pack. I got them when they were on sale. So I'll finish it. That's no problem there. But yeah, it's not quite like RC as much as I hoped it would be. Not as much as Coke Zero and Pepsi Zero. You tried it before? Let me know what you think. What's your favorite? I'm going to call them the big three now. And you know what? We can throw Shasta and Elf Cola. Oh man, they had a Diet Cherry Cola in the 70s that was better than the other Diet Cola option, which was Tab. Me and my RC with John Eats Cheap.